Hello students, in previous lecture we have completed meaning and characteristics. Once again characteristics, it is basic fundamental document of the company. ये कंपनी का मुख्य दस्तावेज होता है. It defines the objective of the company. कंपनी के क्या क्या उद्देश्य है, क्या क्या पर्पस है, उसको डिफाइन करता है. It is useful for all parties. Means all parties means internal stakeholders and external stakeholders से कैसा संबंध रखना है, क्या रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन फॉलो करने हैं. दैट इज मेंशन इन द मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन. इट प्रोवाइड्स द इंफॉर्मेशन अबाउट द एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ द कंपनी. मतलब कौन से स्टेट के अंदर उसका रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस कहाँ पर है वो डिसाइड करता है. इट इज़ वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू मेक चेंजेस इन द मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन बिकॉज जो भी मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन में नंबर ऑफ थाउजेंड्स ऑफ रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस आर देयर. रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन रिगार्डिंग सेबी, रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन रिगार्डिंग सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, rules and regulation of RBI, rules and regulation of a company law code or code is mentioned on in memorandum of association. उस सभी नियमों के आधार पर कंपनी की रचना होती है. स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ कंपनी इज बेस्ड ऑन such rules and regulation. That's why once company comes into existence, on the basis of such rules and regulation, then it becomes very difficult for company to change the structure of the organization. And last, memorandum of association is considered as constitution of the company because memorandum of association contains all the rules and regulation, all working pattern of each and every individual that is included in memorandum of association. According to that power, according to that responsibilities, everybody has to work. Means any individual occupies any position cannot go beyond the power, cannot go beyond the responsibilities which are not mentioned in the memorandum of association. इसके लिए जो काम डिसाइड किया गया है, जो भी उनकी लायबिलिटीज है, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज है, पावर्स है, उसी के हिसाब से सबको काम करना है. That's why it is a guidance. Memorandum of association is act as a guidance for each and every individual. Now, what is in memorandum of association? We all know that it is a document. So what is included in memorandum of association? Whole memorandum of association contains rules and regulations, powers, authorities, responsibilities of each and every individual. All those rules and regulations are divided into different parts, and these different parts are called clauses of memorandum. And total there are 6 clauses in memorandum of association, or we can say that whole memorandum of association is divided into 6 parts. The first one is name clause. Now what is mentioned in name clause? Name clause of memorandum is necessary to state the name of the proposed company, the company which we are going to start. The name of that company must be mentioned in memorandum of association. Being artificial legal person, we all know that company is an artificial person created by law. Being an artificial legal person because it is a legal person, that's why it must have some name also. अगर वो legal person है तो उस कंपनी का कुछ ना कुछ नाम तो होना चाहिए. It is a privilege for the promoter. Promoter is that person who has the idea to establish the business. Promoter उस व्यक्ति को बोलते हैं जिसने कंपनी बनाने का विचार किया है और कंपनी बनाने के लिए कुछ कदम उठाए हैं. That person is called promoter. So it is a privilege for the promoter of the company to select the name of the company as they desire. मतलब वो अपनी इच्छा से कंपनी का कोई भी नाम रख सकते हैं. जो भी उनके लगे ये नाम अच्छा है वो कंपनी का नाम रख सकते हैं. However, this discretion to have desired name of the company is subject to the following restriction. मगर कोई भी कंपनी का नाम रख रहे लेकिन नाम रखने के साथ साथ उनको कुछ बातों का ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा. फैक्टर्स दे नीड टू कंसिडर बिफोर कीपिंग द नेम ऑफ द कंपनी. वो बातें कौन कौन सी हैं? फर्स्ट पॉइंट, नेम स्टेटेड इन द मेमोरेंडम ऑफ कंपनी शुड नॉट बी आइडेंटिकल विद और रिजेंबल द नेम ऑफ एनी एग्जिस्टिंग रजिस्टर्ड कंपनी. मतलब कोई भी जो भी हम नाम रख रहे हैं अपनी कंपनी का, जो भी हमने नाम मेंशन किया है मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन में रिगार्डिंग आवर कंपनी, वो नाम किसी दूसरी कंपनी के साथ मैच नहीं करना चाहिए. जो भी कंपनी ऑलरेडी रजिस्टर्ड है इन इंडिया, नेम ऑफ द प्रपोज्ड कंपनी. प्रपोज इसके बोल रहे हैं क्योंकि अभी कंपनी बनी नहीं है. कंपनी बनाने से पहले हमें दस्तावेज बनाने पड़ते हैं. मेमोरेंडम ऑफ एसोसिएशन, उसमें जो भी हमने कंपनी का नाम रखा है, द नेम ऑफ दैट कंपनी शुड नॉट मैच विद, शुड नॉट बी आइडेंटिकल, शुड नॉट बी सिमिलर विद द नेम ऑफ एनी अदर रजिस्टर्ड कंपनी। कोई भी दूसरी कंपनी जो रजिस्टर्ड हो चुकी है इंडिया में, उस कंपनी के नाम के साथ इस कंपनी का नाम मैच नहीं होना चाहिए। सेकेंड, द नेम शुड नॉट बी अनडिजायरेबल और ऑब्जेक्शनेबल एंड इट शुड नॉट कॉन्स्टिट्यूट एनी ऑफेंस अंडर एनी लॉ। कंपनी का ऐसा कोई भी नाम नहीं रखना चाहिए जो ऑब्जेक्शनेबल हो, मतलब अगेंस्ट द डिग्निटी, अगेंस्ट द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया। कोई ऐसा नाम जो किसी क्राइम पे से रिलेटेड हो, ऐसा कोई नाम नहीं रखना चाहिए। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई एम जस्ट गिविंग एग्जाम्पल, द डॉन प्राइवेट लिमिटेड। In this way, any word should not be used which is related with crime, which is related with criminal, which is offense, which is objectionable। कोई भी ऐसा नाम नहीं रखना चाहिए जो objectionable है। objectionable का मतलब क्या है? जो that is not suitable according to our society, जो हमारे सोसाइटी के अंदर that is called uncivilized। Such name should not be there for the name of the company। Then third point, no word or expression in the name of the company should be such that it carries impression that the company is connected with central or state government or local authority or body corporate constituted by central or state government। For example, मतलब कंपनी का नाम ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए जो किसी भी केंद्र सरकार या राज्य सरकार या कोई भी जो लोकल अथॉरिटी है, लोकल गवर्नमेंट है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल MP, MLA, ऐसी कोई भी संस्था, ये कोई भी संस्था जो केंद्र सरकार या राज्य सरकार ने बनाई है, फॉर एग्जांपल CBI, सुप्रीम कोर्ट, पार्लियामेंट, इनसे रिलेटेड कोई नाम नहीं होना चाहिए। एग्जांपल इज गिवन हियर, प्रेसिडेंट, राष्ट्रपिता, प्राइम मिनिस्टर, चीफ मिनिस्टर, कोर्ट, गवर्नर एटसेट्रा। द नेम शुड नॉट बी सच विच इज रिलेटेड विद दिस सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट और स्टेट गवर्नमेंट अथॉरिटी। फोर्थ, there are two types of company, public company and private company। What is the difference between public company and private company? Public company can raise funds, can arrange money by issuing shares or debentures, but private company they cannot issue shares or debentures। They have to arrange money from investors by taking a promise from them। पब्लिक कंपनी जो है वो पैसे का अरेंजमेंट कैसे करती है? शेयर इशू करके या डिबेंचर इशू करके। बट प्राइवेट कंपनी शेयर इशू या डिबेंचर इशू नहीं कर सकते। वो कुछ मेंबर्स को कलेक्ट करते हैं और उनसे वो प्रॉमिस लेते हैं कि दे आर रेडी टू इन्वेस्ट दिस एंड दिस अमाउंट इन देयर कंपनी। इन दिस वे प्राइवेट कंपनी इज अरेंजिंग मनी। सो इफ पब्लिक कंपनी इज देयर, तो दे हैव टू ऐड लिमिटेड वर्ड विद द नेम ऑफ द कंपनी। फॉर एग्जांपल, नेम ऑफ द कंपनी इज XYZ, तो XYZ लिमिटेड, इट मीन्स दिस इज अ पब्लिक कंपनी। दिस वर्ड, लिमिटेड वर्ड, it is compulsory to add with the name of the company, whatever name of the company is there. If it is public company, at the end of the name you have to use limited word, LTD, in short LTD, limited। Once again, fourth point, every public company with limited liability must add the word limited, and a private company must have private limited। And if it is a private limited company, suppose XYZ is a private limited company, then XYZ private limited company। In this way, we are able to recognize that this is public company or this is private company। If limited word is there at the end of the name, then it is a public company, and if private limited is written at the end of the name, then it is a private company। Means it is compulsory for public company to add the word limited at the end of the name of the company, and for private company it is compulsory for them to add a private limited at the end of the name of the company। Now fifth point, companies proposed to be established for the purpose of promotion of commerce, art, science, sports, research, social welfare, means in short they are not involved in production of goods, they are not involved in commercial business। Commercial business means the activities in which their main motive is to earn a profit, that is called commercial activities। Any company which is involved, which is not involved in commercial activities, means which are involved in some other activities, like examples are given, sports, they are promoting sports, research, social welfare, religion, charity for this purpose they had established company, then means their main motive is not to earn profit. Having no motive to distribute the profit in the form of dividend, means their main motive is not to earn profit. Such companies are exempted, means for such company it is not compulsory, it is not mandatory to add limited or private limited at the end of their name. If any company is involved in promoting different types of activities, means they are not involved in profit earning. They are involved in promoting social welfare, promoting any art, promoting any sports, promoting any religion, then in that case such companies are not required to add limited or private limited at the end of the name. At the end of the name of the company. This is all about name clause. If any doubt, you can ask at the end of the lecture. Right now, mark the important point. Once again, name clause. Under name clause, it is a separate document. Name clause document. It is a part of memorandum of association. Company, the promoter of the company has the right to select the name of his or her own choice. But at the time of selecting name of the company, he or she has to consider important points regarding the provision of the Companies Act or central government or SEBI. What are the guidelines regarding the name? First, name is stated once again. Name is stated in the memorandum of the company. Should not be identical, should not be resemble, should not be matched with any other existing registered company. First point. Once again, name should not be undesirable. Undesirable means objectionable, means which is uncivilized, which has uncivilized meaning, and it should not constitute any offense under any law. मतलब ऐसा नाम रखने के लिए ऐसा नाम नहीं रखना चाहिए which is against the law, which is against the law, which is against the dignity of the society. समाज से हटके जो नाम uncivilized है, ऐसा नाम कोई भी नहीं रखना चाहिए. Which should hurt means name which hurt the sentiments, the feelings of individuals. Such names should not be kept for the company. Then any word should not be kept for the name of the company which is related with central government, state government or any other local bodies of the government. Examples: President, Rashtrapita, Prime Minister, Chief Minister, Court, Governor. And fourth, for public company it is mandatory, it is compulsory to add limited word at the end of the name of the company, and for private company it is compulsory or mandatory to add private limited, to use private limited word at the end of the name of their company. And fifth one is the companies which are not involved in production activities, which are not involved in service activities, means which are not involved in profit earning activities. For such companies, it is not compulsory to add limited or private limited at the end of their name. This is all about name clause. Now, second topic is registered office clause. Second is registered office clause. Now, what is written in registered office clause? In the memorandum of association itself, every company has to mention the state in which its registered office is situated. Means first point, they need to mention the state, the name of the state, the name of the state where registered office is situated. Second, a company must from the 15th day of its incorporation must have registered office. Means once they will get certificate of incorporation, they must have registered office. Sorry, sir. A company must from the 15th day of its incorporation, when company is established, then from the establishment, from the 15th day of establishment, they must have a registered office which is capable of receiving and acknowledging all communication and notices as may be addressed to it. Means they have to mention the name of the registered office where all correspondence can be take place. उनके साथ कोई भी नोटिस उनको भेजना हो, वो एड्रेस they need to mention in the clause, memorandum of association. That address of the company is called registered office of the company. Means the company, the address of the company which is registered, which is mentioned in the memorandum of association, is called registered office. That office is called registered company, registered office of the company. And with that registered office, other agencies, other authorities will make correspondence. So a company must have registered office. A company must have registered office whose address must be mentioned in memorandum of association, so that correspondence can take place with that registered office. So other agencies, other authorities, other offices, other companies can make correspondence with a particular address of the company. That address of the company which is mentioned in the memorandum of association, that is called registered office. The company must have a registered office whose address must be mentioned in the memorandum of association, so that correspondence can take place with that registered office. All the correspondence and communication to the company must be addressed to its registered office. The territory means on the basis of registered office. Third point, third important point, on the basis of registered office, the territorial jurisdiction means court. If any mishappening occurs, then company or any outsider can file case in that particular court where registered office is situated. They can file case against the company, or company can file case against the customer or against third party in that particular court where registered office is situated. That area is called territorial jurisdiction. So on the basis of registered office, the territorial jurisdiction is decided. The territorial jurisdiction of the court also determined on the basis of registered office of the company. Registered office of the company. For example, if a company is situated in Nagpur or any part of Maharashtra, in that case, if any third party wants to file case against this particular company, for example, company is situated in Nagpur, and any third party wants to file case against this company, or if company wants to file case against any third party, then they need to file case in the Mumbai High Court, because the jurisdiction, the territorial jurisdiction means the court area is decided on the basis of registered office of the company. If registered office of the company is situated in Nagpur or any part of the Maharashtra, then their territorial jurisdiction is Mumbai High Court. Means any third party if wants to file case against this company, they have to file case in Mumbai High Court. Or in the same way, if company wants to file case against any third party, first of all they need to submit the complaint. They need to file complaint or case in the Mumbai High Court. Means Mumbai High Court is the territorial jurisdiction for a particular company, for that registered company. If registered office is mentioned in the MOA, on the basis of this, company law board decides the territorial jurisdiction of the company. The member of the company or other parties who want to examine the document personally or obtain additional information about the company may approach its registered office. Fourth point, if any person, investors, debenture holders, if they want to know about the affair of the company means whether how they are utilizing their funds, whatever amount invested by shareholder, whatever amount invested by debenture holder, if they want to know whether company is utilizing their funds in a proper way or not, so they can check the documents. But where they can check the documents only and only at the registered office, means they have to approach registered office, then only they can check the documents, they can verify the documents, they can read the documents. But for this purpose they need to approach registered office. The fourth point, important point related with registered office, the members of the company, not only members, creditors also. Creditors mean the person who has given loan to the company. They are called debenture holders also. The member of the company, or other parties can verify or study the documents. Documents only at registered office. By paying a nominal fees. But means particular fees is decided according to the rules of government. By paying that fees, any person can verify, any person can examine the documents. They can check the documents whether the amount given by them to the company is utilized in a proper way or not. The affairs of the company, the activity of the company is going in the proper direction or not. For this purpose, any person, not only members, not only shareholders, any third party can also examine or study the documents, but only they can check the documents, they can verify the documents only at the registered office. This is all about registered office clause. First of all, once again, whatever name is decided, that name must be mentioned in the memorandum of association, the name of the company. Then they have to mention the address where the company is situated. That address of the company becomes the registered office of that particular company. They need to mention the name of the company. Company must have registered office whose address must be mentioned in the MOA, so that correspondence can take place with that registered office by different agencies, by different authorities, by third party. On the basis of registered office, their territorial jurisdiction is decided. And last, any member or creditor or debenture holder or any third party can examine the documents and study the documents only at registered office. Means any member has no right to verify the documents in any other branch of the company. They can examine the documents only at registered office of the company by paying a negligible fees. जो भी फीस केंद्र सरकार या राज्य सरकार के द्वारा डिसाइड की जाती है, वो फीस देके आप कोई भी दस्तावेज चेक कर सकते हैं, बट ओनली एट रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस ऑफ द कंपनी, नॉट एनी अदर ब्रांच ऑफ द कंपनी. Second point is completed. Third point, liability clause.
Not